Hi everyone, welcome to this new fun video. In this video I will be doing all kinds of crafts related to little duckies because I love little duckies and I really want to do some crafts with the team duckies. At the moment of filming this, and I still need to do all the designs, but I kind of have an idea of how I want to do them. So first of all, I want to do a polymer clay artwork. So I'm gonna buy some polymer clay and I'll see how it goes because I have almost zero experience with polymer clay, but I'll try to make like a reasonable design, because when I have worked with clay before, it was very hard for me to make very shapes that weren't blobby. I don't know how to explain this otherwise. Then I also want to make stickers with my crickets. So I want to do a very simple design of a cute duck with some bubbles. And then the other project I want to do, which is the one I'm the most excited about, but also the one that has like the most chance of failing, is I want to make a shaker keychain with shrinking plastic. But yeah, I'll have to think through the practical side of making a shaker keychain and maybe look up some tutorials, but I do know I want to work with shrinking plastic because I have some sheets at home. I'm gonna try to do as much as possible with materials I already have at home besides the polymer clay. I'm pretty sure I'll have to buy most of the colors because I just haven't worked as much with polymer clay before. By the way, this necklace, this is polymer clay. I made this myself, but it was very hard to make it like a proper shape, so it's a little bit blobby. But I do really like how it turned out, so let's hope for this project the polymer clay process goes well. So let's get into crafting, you guys. Let's just go for it. We are a new day. I washed my hair. I usually wash my hair before doing these sit-down videos, which is kind of coincidental. I don't know how to say that word. But for context, I am making this video over 3 weeks or maybe a month's time. So for today I had the task to design my sticker and my shaker keychain, and I actually also wanted to design how I want to do the polymer clay creation, but I think I'll do that this evening because I don't feel like I had enough time this afternoon. So I made 2 drawings today and each drawing took me about 1 hour to make, and I'm gonna go over the process with you about how I designed it. We have a little baby here as well next to us. So I'm gonna start with the shaker charm because that was the first one I designed. By the way, this charm will be so experimental. I don't even know if it's gonna turn out alright. I guess you'll be able to see it in the thumbnail if it worked out or not. But for me it's still a surprise. So like I said, I wanted to do a whale with duckies in its belly, so I looked up a picture of a whale on Pinterest and then I drew it on my iPad, and I wanted to use kind of fall colors. I didn't say this in the introduction, but I decided I wanted to give all my creations a little bit of a fall vibe, just because I'm really in the mood for fall. I really love the colors I chose. It also looks kind of whimsy-gut somehow with the colors I chose and with the stars I add at the end. And yeah, I just really love how it turned out. I don't really have that much to say about it. And then the duck I wanted to keep relatively simple because it will be a little bit smaller compared to how I drew it on my iPad. So yeah, I think the whale is my favorite design that I did. I used a lot of watercolor brushes. I'll link them in the description because I use watercolor brushes sometimes, and I also use a paper overlay layer that you can use to give your art like more of a paper texture. So I'll link those things in the description if you're also interested. By the way, if you're interested in crafty content like this, because I mostly do crochet content, please let me know in the comments, because I also want to do more crafty stuff and include my illustration art into projects if possible. So let me know in the comments what you think about videos like these, because I actually like to do them, but they're kind of like a side quest in between all my crochet projects and videos I'm working on. So let's go to the next item I designed. I made this sticker and I wanted to do a duck that's looking downwards in the water, so you're seeing it from a perspective underneath the duck. I have seen drawings like this on Pinterest and I thought it was so cute. So yeah, I drew out the duck and a little bit of the water, and you'll see in the beginning the face of the duck looks kind of creepy in my opinion. It looks like very realistic and I actually wanted like a silly looking duck. So at the end I changed up the face, but in the beginning I used the type of eyes that I love using for most of my drawings when I'm drawing characters, but then eventually I turned them into like little tiny eyes, which I think looked so much better. So at first the face looks kind of realistic and overly rendered, which I didn't like. So this is the duck that I drew. Like I mentioned in the intro, I wanted to work with bubbles and I added some sparkles and I really love how it turned out. Again, it has a little bit of a fall vibe to it. I want to use these colors for these drawings as well for my clay creation, if I can find fitting clay this week, because later this week I actually want to do the trinket holder first, and then next week I'll probably look into setting up my Cricut and doing all the stuff with my Cricut. I'm actually kind of stressed about that, but I guess I'll see what that will bring. I have these earrings I made with shrinking plastic. I still have to check if I have enough shrinking plastic left, by the way. I kind of have to look for it where I've put it. But I was hoping that the shrinking plastic would be translucent for the shaker part, like the belly part that needs to be translucent, but it is not. It actually turns into this white color, so I'll have to look into how I'm gonna do the shaker parts. It needs to be translucent.
I might be able to just cut out translucent plastic, and then glue it on top of the shrunken plastic.
This has nothing to do with this video, but I crocheted this sweater vest about a year ago. It's actually one of my first original designs that I made. And I found out that it looks super cute with this blouse underneath. I don't know why after a year this is the first time of me noticing it looks kind of cute together. But yeah, I haven't designed my clay creation yet, but I already bought some clay. So I have this yellow, reddish purple, mint color, this greenish color, and it also has sparkles. There were a lot of sparkle colors at my internship, but I actually wanted normal ones, but they had a lot of colors that I really liked with the sparkle effect. Same for this color. I think this would be very nice for the water or a part of the water. And then this color, but I have already bought this color in the past. As reference, this is the last item I made with polymer clay, and it was very blobby. And eventually I also want to use UV resin to resin everything that I made, well, besides the stickers. I don't have more experience than this with polymer clay, so I'm actually very nervous. Okay, so I wasn't planning to film anymore for this video. I was actually just cooking. You can probably hear it a lot. And now Evert is gonna cook his meat, his sausages. How do you say that? You also don't know it. He's gonna grill his sausages. So what I wanted to say, I wanted to film at this exact moment, although I'm doing all kinds of different stuff, because my ADHD brain is like, I have to do it right now, because I decided I don't want to use my Cricut to cut out everything. So that means I can already print everything this evening and cut it out on the couch. I think I'll use my Cricut again when I have my studio space. But yeah, I'm gonna make the stickers this evening because I have sticker paper, so I can do all that this evening. And then I also want to prepare the keychains a little bit. I think I have figured it out because we just went on a walk, Evert and I, and we kind of talked about it while he was playing Pokemon Go. Baby! Okay. Meat is being grilled. I don't eat meat, by the way, so Evert has to do it himself. Okay, so first I'm gonna print out my stickers on sticker paper. I've just put the image in InDesign and I've done two formats, kind of like smaller size and then bigger stickers. So let's print these on my sticker paper and hope all goes well, because sometimes my printer is very annoying. Okay, so for some reason it only printed out the small designs and then it just gave up. I don't know why. Okay, what the hell is going on? I think it's printing again. I don't know why my printer wanted to waste all the sticker paper, because it's not really cheap, but I feel like only these 3 stickers worked out, because also this is so much darker. This is what I mean with I hope my printer works, because what is going on? It just stopped printing in the middle, and now I'm very scared for the shrink thing, because I only have a few pages left that I can use and I'll need a few pages, so let's hope my printer acts normal, but I'm kind of doubting it. So this time it worked because I did some troubleshooting with my printer, so I'm very happy it was able to print. And I want to add a sparkly layer, so I have this vinyl that is glittery, it's holographic. So I want to apply it. Normally I do it with a ruler to make it very straight and clean, but I don't know where my ruler is, so I think I'll have to do it by hand. It looks so cool. Okay, let's cut it out now. This is my file for the keychain. I'm gonna explain it later to you what each layer is. Yeah, I hope it's gonna be more clear later on in this video. When I've got everything out, I'll try to show you, or when everything is shrunken. Also, I've put all the drawings on an opacity of 70%, just because if you put them in the oven, they shrink and they become more saturated, the colors. So I've put that on 70%. So let's try to print this out. Baby, are you being tortured? No. So I even took out my old laptop because I was able to print with this laptop on the shrink thing, but now nothing is working. I don't know why it's not working. I have been working on this for like maybe an hour, trying to figure it out how to print it, because I know it can print with this printer.
A few moments later.
It's finally printing, and I don't even know why, because we tried for an hour and a half, but now it suddenly wants to print. I didn't even do anything differently. We did it! Just as I was like making peace with the fact that I was gonna have to hand draw all of this. This is the front. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to draw this all by hand and trace it and color it in with color pencil. And I was kind of sad about that, but just when I was thinking about that, suddenly my printer started working. We didn't really change anything. I'm gonna cut this out another day. I also need an X-Acto knife for the inside, and I really hope that isn't gonna break the plastic, because I don't know how it will react when I'm gonna use an X-Acto knife on it. And if it breaks, I'm gonna be very sad. But I still need to buy a few more items, like an X-Acto knife, a keychain, a ring to go through this little eyelet thingy. I don't know if you can even see it. And also plastic to go in between to hold the charms. I'm so sorry about this video being so chaotic, but if you watch my videos, you also watch for the adventure that's happening. I know a lot of other YouTubers are like, okay, step 1, we're gonna make this item, step 2, we're gonna make that item. On this channel, it's all over the place, and I hope you still enjoy it or you like the chaos. But yeah, I'm very pleased now that all the stuff I wanted to do this evening has been achieved, because somehow this evening I was like, I had this impulse to do all the stuff this evening instead of just doing it next week. Oh, I also need to buy super glue because I don't think we have super glue. I'm pretty sure we have an X-Acto knife, but I don't know where it is. I always lose everything. And I don't have a studio space yet. When I have my studio space, I'm gonna try to organize everything by category and be very organized. But right now, all my stuff is all over, like it's everywhere. I have no idea. So I'm having sewing lessons in about 1 hour. So what better thing to do than put one of your stickers on your brand new sewing machine. I actually wasn't gonna put stickers on my sewing machine, but I don't have any other surface to test my sticker on at the moment, and I do want to test it out. So let's put it here. Okay, cute. I accidentally bought dinner for today, but I have leftovers from cooking yesterday, so I'll need to eat warm twice today, which is very difficult for my Belgian brain, but I'm just gonna go for it. So this is the setup. I have to say I am not qualified at all to make a 3D item with polymer clay. I have like almost no experience, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna use. So of course I have my clay here, and then here's some clay from my last project. I bought this cutter knife, actually for another project, but I think it will come in handy as well. Then I have this bacon bond, which I just use if I want to be sure that it's extra secured. Then I see a lot of people using like rulers or something to put their clay in between and then roll it out. So the only thing I found was this that I can use, and I cut it in half, and I'll use this to make it like an even surface. And then of course I have my roller, but I have some plastic to go over it because otherwise the clay gets into the wood. And then I have my alcohol to clean up dust on the clay. I think that's like a decent setup. I'll kind of see how everything goes. I also took some toothpicks, and I only wash my hair twice a week, but it's always on a filming day, and I'll probably need to start blow drying my hair because maybe it looks unprofessional, but I just don't have the motivation to blow dry my hair. But I'm gonna start. I'm actually kind of nervous, like I always am when I'm gonna do a project like polymer clay or sewing, because I'm not very good at it, and I'm just gonna try to have fun. And if it completely flops, then I'm gonna try to be okay with it, just because I have so little experience with polymer clay. But maybe it can be fun to see my process. Most of the parts, wait, I'm gonna show you. This is the design I want to do. So most of the parts are kind of flat and made into a 3D object. Besides, the duck is actually 3D, so I'm kind of nervous about the duck. So I guess I'll see what happens. And I'm also very nervous for the shaker keychain. I think I'll cut out the plastic soon as well, and then I just need to put it in the oven and then assemble everything, but I'm also super nervous about that. I don't know why my hobbies always make me super nervous, besides crochet, because that's super chill to do for me. So let's get started. I'll try to make some clips here and there, but I'll probably be very focused on trying to not mess it up. Okay, let's try to make this smooth, you guys. I also just put this foil on this roller, but I think it will be very textured. So I might need to look for a plastic or a glass roller. And also I'm pretty sure this will just, oh no, it's actually quite sturdy. So let's see if I can make it smooth. It will probably have some texture, but maybe that's nice for water, because water is not flat. Okay, nothing is really happening. Okay, I'm gonna make some more clay balls and add them onto this first. Okay, this actually already looks quite cute as it is, as like rocks, but I want to turn it into water, so let's try again. Oh my god, it's kind of hard to push on. I don't know, you guys, I might need to add even more clay because... Or actually, does this look cute as water? I don't know, it actually could be kind of cool. Maybe I can add some white lines in between. Okay, let's try that out. Also, you need to wash your hands in between. I did wash my hands, but it didn't come off. So there will be kind of like some blue in the white. Okay, let's see what it looks like if I roll everything. Cute, kinda. I think I kind of regret the white, but it looks kind of cute. Ta-da! I've put some Bake and Bond on these edges. I've also put this on the baking sheet already, just because if I take it off my placemat, it gets distorted, the shape. Okay, and now I'm gonna blend it in a little bit more, but I think it already looks quite cute. So I think the next thing I'll do is sculpt the duck, which is the only actual 3D object, so I'm kind of nervous. The duck body, it has a lot of dust on it, but I'll use the alcohol to remove all the dust at the end. Look at the little duck face. It's a little bit, it's not very clean, but it's so cute. And I'm now trying to make a little bandana. I have no idea if it will work. Okay, that's actually very cute. Look at it. But I need to make it longer and then add a bow on the bottom, so I'm gonna do that off camera. It looks so cute, so let's put this in the oven. I think I'll go over it with nail polish remover to remove the dust instead of doing it already, because I'm scared I will ruin the shape. So let's put it in the oven for about 30 minutes or maybe a little bit longer, since this is 3D. In the meantime, I'm trying to cut out these pieces, and I've noticed the best way to do it without ripping the plastic is to just go piece by piece and just push in the plastic and then slowly move forward, so not gliding, because then I lose grip and it's not on the line I want to cut it. So I'm gonna show you an example. I started on one of these and it's totally ripped. It's not clean at all, and then I tried it the other method and that was a lot cleaner.
Room here, a kitchen here, and then this could be like a big open dining room. Obviously I have wasted a lot of space by making.
Who would have thought working with a blade is low-key kind of dangerous? Not me, apparently. Back at it again. Don't do this at home, you guys, because you will cut yourself. I have all these pieces cut out and I'll put them in the oven now. I'm kind of scared somehow. I don't know what could go wrong, but I'm still very nervous. So I cut out all these pieces and it took me, I think, 4 to 5 hours maybe 4 hours. So I'm gonna put them in the oven now and then we're gonna see how they turn out. This was so stressful, and also these aren't straight, although I tried so hard to make them straight. So I'll have to see how it looks when everything, like it's literally not straight. And I pushed so hard on it. I don't even know, should I put it back in the oven? I don't know. Okay, Evert had an idea to try this out, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's see if it can make it flatter. So there probably is a reason why there weren't any tutorials talking about making this yourself at home with shrink plastic, because it's just super wobbly. I'll try to still fix it with one side. By the way, the ducks are super cute. Can you see them? I have tried to set up some lighting because it is super dark and the overhead lighting is very dark, so I hope you can still see what I'm doing. But I'm gonna cut out a piece of this plastic. There's plastic here. I'm gonna sand the sides a little bit and then put it in between, and then I'm gonna glue everything together and see what happens. So let's do that. I mean, this on its own would be so cute. I think I'll also use UV resin or like this, but since I'm layering all these layers, it looks a little bit wonky. But let's just cut out some plastic first. I think first I will attach it to this layer, but I'm gonna sand it a little bit first. Okay, I sanded it a little bit, the sides. So let's put glue on this and push it down. Okay, it's sticking to my fingers, but I think that's good. Now it has a little window, and I'm gonna first glue this on top. Oh my god, that's a lot of glue. Also, the middle part, like the white part, is a little bit smaller compared to the other parts. Okay, next step, we've put the little duckies inside. Now we're gonna glue on the top layer.
It has to be able to grab onto something.
Mona is having the hardest time here, obviously. She's not very helpful. I mean,
Wow.
She's probably the most helpful, being cute, being my emotional support pet. Okay, filling in the gaps with this super old glue gun that we still have. Okay, so Evert helped me a lot today. He actually worked on the attic first and then he resetted my whole phone. He reset my whole phone and now I have to look into my phone to adjust some settings because everything is reset and it's a whole new operating system. But he also helped me with the keychain and it actually kind of worked. It does shake. It's so cute. It's only on one side though. I wanted both sides, but it's already quite thick. I will do another layer of UV resin on top, on both sides, and also maybe on the sides. And then I'll add some jumper rings and keychain, and then it will be finished. It's like there's also a little bit of white on the plastic, and Evert said it was because of my sanding. But I think it's because of the glue, because we struggled a lot with getting the top layer attached to the bottom layer. But then he also sanded the other side of the shrink plastic and it attached a little bit better. And then we filled in all these gaps because it's not straight at all. But it does look very cute and it does shake. So this is the back, by the way. I was saying to Evert maybe I should attach the duck charms to the back, just glue it on, but he liked it more like this, so I'm gonna keep it like this. Guys, you somehow can't see through the window at all anymore, and I don't even know how it happened. Honestly, I don't know how it happened, so I'm thinking to cut out the plastic window and then just attach another plastic on top. Because I don't have that much to lose with this keychain. You can't even see the ducks anymore, so I think I'm gonna try that. I think I kind of saved it. Let's hope the ducks and everything inside the stomach of the whale doesn't become white again, because everything kind of became white and I'm not sure why. Maybe because of the glue that like dampened or something. I have no idea, but I'll show you the results in the reveal, and I'm super excited because now it looks a lot cuter. So we're in my bathroom, but don't forget to wear a mask and also gloves, and you have to be in a ventilated area if you're using UV resin. So this is actually the only room that has a window that can be opened, so that's why I'm in my bathroom. This is a result of our little crafting session, or I would say big and chaotic crafting session. I'm so proud of everything I made, and especially the keychain, just because I invented it myself without a tutorial, but of course Evert helped me a bit with the process of designing and making the keychain. Now I need to find some nice spots for these creations. You might see them in my studio space in the future, so keep an eye out for that. And I'll see you in next week for a spooky video. I hope you have a good day or night. Bye bye!